why bother? I mean, why bother? Why indeed should you bother? Why indeed should you care? Why indeed should you continue to put effort and energy towards something that really it just feels like it's going nowhere? You could give up, right? You could give up in this very moment and just kind of go, right, I'm not going to do anything, right? You could get frustrated. You could throw a tantrum. You could jump up and down. You've probably been doing a little bit of that, haven't you? Right? So why bother? That's what you're asking yourself. And that's what I'm asking you. Why bother? But I think that we both know the answer to that. Because really, on one level, you don't really feel like you have a choice. Or rather, you do have a choice, but to make that choice would feel like you were going against the very core of who you were in the first place, and that's also something that you can't do. But let's face it, you're stuck. You're like at a crossroads, and every time you try to commit to a particular direction, poof, roadblock. And so then you go this way and poof, roadblock. And then you go that way and poof, roadblock. In any direction you turn, there's a roadblock. And so what's the point? Why are you having all of this come up? I mean, are you being punished for something? Is this some sort of cruel joke at the hands of the universe? No, actually, those roadblocks are serving a purpose. They're making it clear as to the directions that you can't take. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, well, if it's making it clear the directions that I can't take, then I really can't go anywhere. And then I really should ultimately give up. But you shouldn't. It's just that you're missing that one direction that you haven't quite figured out yet. In addition to that, you're missing the fact that any change that you're going to take that's going to create any stability, that's going to create any sort of long-lasting success, it takes time, right? And right now you're feeling a sense of urgency and as if you have to shift that immediately. But what you really need to do is you need to commit to the process, and evolution is taking place. You're not quite ready to move forward yet, even though you feel like you are. One part of you still has some commitments to the past that you really have to honor. That's the dharmic correct thing to do. You have to honor those commitments. At the same time, you have to begin to build the future, right? And so you're feeling stuck because you're being pulled in two different directions at once. But the only way out of this is forward. And so you're going, well, I've already been going forward. There was a roadblock there too. Yeah, but you went forward at the wrong time. And now you're going, okay, well, I'm going to go forward now. No, may not be the right time yet either. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Damn, what's this guy talking about? Ultimately, this is really confusing. He's telling me to go ahead and go forward, but there'll be resistance. Precisely. Because it's that resistance that you learn from, right? The old structure is falling apart, one piece at a time. Don't try to prop it up. That's okay. Let it fall apart. The new structure is being built, but the foundation is just being laid. That's okay. You have time to build it. So let things move from the past and let them shift to the future. But allow things to take the time that they need. And it's good that you question why you should bother. And it's good, really on a certain level, that you do give up momentarily, because that moment that you surrender, that's when things become clearer for you. And I know you're going, he's been telling me that for several days, but it really is the truth. And it's taking time because, we've got this conjunction of the Sun and Saturn happening. We're building up to a partial solar eclipse on the 5th to the 6th of January. These are some pretty intense times. Recognize that things are taking time. They will become apparent. You're feeling the pressure. I know it, right? But recognize that in that moment of pressure, that's when great things are born. Allow it to happen. Allow, again, the past to collapse. Allow the future to be built, but recognize that this has to happen one step at a time. Hey everybody, I do offer lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of astrological services. of many different shapes and sizes. If you're interested in scheduling any of those, you can do so through the Astrological Services page of my website. In addition to that, I am offering 2 upcoming live webinar courses this spring, one on planetary yogas and the other on medical astrology. I'm going to give you the link to my Astrological Services page here in just a moment, but while you're on the site, you can also find information about those courses. And so the link to my Astrological Services page is above. That's going to do it for the moon's transit through Vishakha Nakshatra for the 1st of January 2019. Happy New Year, everybody, and please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.